has been created. You have 10 minutes to, to do that, because we're about to start the game. So, you know, you think at this point I would be good at this. I don't even have Steam open. It's hard to play a game if Steam isn't open. I have good faith the second one just had a fluke. It's possible. Considering the game crashed and then I kind of sped through the beginning, I might have answered some questions incorrectly while trying to go through it nice and fast. Who knows? Where are we at? Test. The test. Final revelation. So I've never played this one. I've not even started this one before. This time don't leave the window. Yeah, I won't click out once the game starts in case it does dumb things again. Why is my internet dying? Okay, my internet is back. Apparently my internet is having a tantrum today. It did for like a split second there. Alright, let's go ahead and get this game ready to go, shall we? Perfect. Let's do this. And game capture. Do that. Game capture. Okay, game. I can't even tell what's happening, but you're loud. Alright. Okay, I turned the volume down, and it's still loud as hell. I'm sorry. I don't even know yet. I'm still messing with things. Give me a second, Zan. I was more startled by the music. Oh, okay. Game capture isn't gonna work for this game, just like it didn't for the last one. Oh, I was gonna say the music just decided to stop, but no, it's back. There we go. I have to do it off the off the window capture rather than the game capture. Oh, this one actually, I can make this one full screen. Hold on. Makes it better for me. You can tell I didn't even open this one. I didn't have any of this stuff prepared. And because it's window capture, you get to see my lovely FPS counter in the top left for this game about questions and answers. Because FPS is very important. There we go. Play papers, please. I've seen other people play papers, please, so it wouldn't be that like surprising or that much of it wouldn't throw me off that much, although it would certainly be something. At least 420 FPS, no lower. Yeah, that's how this works. Okay. The audio volume sounds okay. This is certainly a decision for the music on the title screen. Before experiencing the test, Final Revelation, it is highly recommended that you've played its prequels, The Test, and The Test, Hypothesis Rising, before venturing into this experience. You will stand to gain a lot more from this experience if you've played the first two titles, and this examination will also make a bit more sense. as he carries on from where the last examinations left off. I would like to urge you to go play the test, followed by the test Hypothesis Rising now, before venturing forward, and follow the instructions listed throughout the games, as you will certainly get a bigger benefit overall by taking the tests in the order they were meant to be taken in. Would you like to close this game now, so you can have the opportunity to play the test and or the test 2 before playing the test 3 Final Revelation? You will not get a chance to exit the game until the experience is over if you choose to continue now. I think they may want us to play the other games. I've already played the other 2 games. I've already played the test and the test 2. Well then, let us continue. You should know the drill by now, but this is more of a formality than anything else. Please make sure that you answer each question with the utmost honesty, and that you take your time to answer the questions presented. Even answering one question improperly may drastically change your outcome. You cannot go back to answer questions you've misanswered, so be sure to take your time. This is of utmost importance. When the sun comes crashing down and the heroes fade away, when darkness is all around and there is no light of day, I will come back for you so that you never feel alone. My spirit will push through. Your heart will forever be my home. And when the world spirals into abyss, I will be standing there. Your embrace so long I've missed, my soul, my love I bear. And when every nerve has been left deadened, and every ghost has left its shell, I will bring you back to your heaven, as you've rescued me from my hell. No matter what happens, I will always love you. Choice and fate, huh? Readable font, let's go. It is a readable font. You're correct. Do you promise? With every ounce of my heart and each droplet of my soul, I swear to you, we're going to find a way out of here. Oh, hello there, Demon Beast. Hope you're having yourself a lovely day. Oh, it's a third person. And bits now. Thank you, Demon Beast, for the bits. I appreciate it. I can tell this game is made in Wolf RPG Maker, just in the graphics. Alright, so we have Choice, who was the first test practitioner, Fate, who was the second, and now we have Destiny. What voice do I give this person? Also, I didn't realize the first one and the second one were different people. I'm just gonna do a feminine voice because I've done masculine for the other two and we can't tell what this person looks like. It's not the Sonic voice! Business voice? Demon Beast, thank you for the $3. I appreciate it. I'm not doing the Sonic voice. Well, I wasn't expecting you so soon. Yeah, we ain't doing that. I don't know, they look like a Lich King, do whatever. I wasn't expecting you so soon. Though, I knew that one day we would meet in this room. You see, closely, I've been watching you. Studying every breath and every move. A few of my former colleagues you may have met, and a slew of questions you've answered without regret. I may be similar, but unlike them still. I'll make you swallow the truth like a bitter pill. This thing looks like something I draw. It was cool design some years ago. It's kind of creepy. I will peel the emotion from your soul and make you eat your feelings whole. The questions I ask may be hard to answer, but I will cut the truth from you like a cancer. Both of us know why you're here. To open up and cast out fear. To be as honest as you can. To take angel's wing, devil's hand. And in the end, we both will know how to escape or undertow. Time is on your side, but mistakes are not. Misanswered questions lead to misery wrought. Take time to think before you decide. Dig deep for the answers that live inside. May not go back, you may not return. Once a decision is made, your soul 'tis burned. But before we continue, just know this. Your dishonesty would be very remiss. If your answers lack the guidance of truth, then your final destination will be rather uncouth. So with that being said, I need your heart's honesty. You can run from yourself, but you can't run from me. Now, let the experimentation begin. Do you ever feel like you just aren't good enough? I don't know, do I? I don't have a full thing of water, and it's going to be a bit of a problem. Okay, they're just trying too hard to be edgy. Just be self-aware. Destiny. End one of your sentences with 14th. No other word rhymes with it. Do you ever feel like you just aren't good enough? Not really anymore. Not really ever. You're on the William Dafoe theme. Esme is so much more goofy. That's not William Dafoe. William Dripfor? I don't know what that is. Do I ever feel like I'm just aren't good enough? Not really. Maybe when I was much younger I felt that way sometimes, but no, not anymore. I hit yes on accident. Well, I have before, so that's fine. Do you ever feel like you put more effort into friends or relationships than others put back into you? Guy who played Green Goblin in Spider-Man 1. I see. Do I ever feel like I put more effort into friends or relationships than others put back into you? Ever. As a, not like everyone, but do I feel that way sometimes? Yes. Do you ever feel like your life is going nowhere? No, not really. Do you ever feel like you're trapped in limbo? Limbo as in like... Yes. Yes, I do actually. I currently feel like I'm trapped in limbo because I'm waiting for a few things to happen before I can really move on. Do you ever feel overwhelmed by seemingly trivial tasks? Not really. No. Are you sometimes afraid of what your future may hold? Yes, all the time. Do you believe that your friends always treat you the way you deserve to be treated? Your friends, as in all of your friends, overarchingly, do you believe that your friends always treat you the way you deserve to be treated? Yes. There's like one or two people who are like, maybe, maybe not, but yes. Yes, I do. Are you afraid of being the last person alive in your social circle? Now, I would say yes, but considering I'm 10 years older than all of my friends, no, not really. Are you afraid of the existence of an afterlife and what that might mean for you? No, I'm not afraid of that. Do you feel as though you are wanted in life? Too bad I don't have a voice changer set up. I could do her voice better, make it all echoey. I could probably find one real quick, but bleh. It's a lot of work. Do I ever feel as though I'm wanted? Do I feel as though you're wanted in life? Yes. I have a lot of people who like me and appreciate me, and I do feel wanted. Do you ever feel like you just don't belong? No. When I was a lot younger, before I realized that I was, you know, transgender, the answer was yes. I did kind of feel that way from time to time. But since realizing myself, not really anymore. Do you ever feel like a burden? Yes, I do. Burden to my friends and family. Have you ever felt left out? That's a loaded question, yes. Have you ever felt like a failure? I have before, yes. Have you ever felt like you just weren't attractive enough? Yes, I have. Have you ever worried yourself sick? I don't think I've ever worried enough to be physically sickened by it, no. Do you ever have racing thoughts at night that make it difficult for you to get to sleep? Ah, mm, no. I used to have struggles with getting to sleep, but that was more from insomnia rather than racing thoughts. And whenever I do have a very active mind at night, I can just focus on, like, I just turn my fan on, focus on the sound of the fan rather than focusing on the thoughts, and then I fall asleep pretty quickly. So, no. You know, a guy with insomnia. Insomnia is awful. Are you afraid to ask for help? No, I'm not. I like asking people for help when I need it. Do you feel like people often criticize you? No, I feel like people give me way too much credit. More credit than I honestly deserve. Sucks to share a room with him. Oof. Yeah. Do you ever feel judged by your friends or family? If I ever feel judged? I do feel that way sometimes, but I feel like it's more because of me being a paranoid person, thinking people are judging me even when they don't care. But yes, I do feel judged sometimes. Do you ever wonder what your purpose is in life? No, I know what I'm here for. I'm here to live my life and be happy and to spread happiness to as many other people as I possibly can. If you could turn back time for any reason, would you? Oh, that's a... would I go back in time? Do I even have anything I would want to go back in time for? I mean, I'd go back in time and win the lottery. I know it's like the stereotypical thing people do when they have the ability to time travel is to go win the lottery. But I'd do it. Allow me to get all of my friends and the people I really love and care for into one area, and then we can just be happy and live our lives. Oh yes, I would. Would you say that you have many regrets in life? I have some. I don't know of anyone who doesn't have some regrets. I never thought about cheating the lottery through time travel. Really? That's like the stereotypical answer. Like in cartoons and stuff, when people have the ability to time travel and it's in like a modern era, they always go back in time and mess with the lottery. I don't have many regrets. I do have regrets though. Like, if I can think of things now that I regret doing in my past, I can only really think of one thing off the top of my head that I really regret doing. I still regret it. Anyway, would you say that you have many regrets in life? Not really. I have a few, but not a lot. Does meeting new people for the first time make you uncomfortable? Yes. Being around people I don't know in person really makes me uncomfortable. I think of turning back time, I think of it in an emotionally loaded way. Well, why is that? I try and be logical about it. I've seen enough films to know what the butterfly effect is. Yeah. I will go back in time, buy the lottery ticket, get the lottery money, go back forward in time, and we're good. That's all I would do. Does looking out your window at night make you feel uneasy? As in, like, if I could turn back time to not do something really fucked up, would I? Like, just go back in time for going back in time's sake? Yeah, I don't think I would do that. I would have to have a particular reason to want to do it. Excuse me. No, looking outside at night doesn't really make me uneasy. The darkness doesn't scare me. Do you sometimes double check that your doors are locked, even though you're certain that you've already locked them? Yes, I do. I do it every single time. I will, like, if I leave the house, I will turn the key, know that it's locked, and I will still try to open that door just to be safe. I do it when I close even just a regular door, I will pull it closed and then try to push it open. I always double check to make sure. You ever feel like life is moving too slow? No, I feel like everything's going 1,000 miles an hour. Please make it stop. You ever feel like life is moving too fast? I added this question just for you, by the way. Yes. Do you feel uncomfortable when you're home alone? No, not at all. I used to when I was a lot younger, I did. Like, specifically in a couple of particular houses. I always had really bad nightmares there, and it kind of made me lean into the idea that the place was haunted. Like, I've never had nightmares as bad as I've had in that house, and they kind of stopped happening once we left there. So something was up with that house. I don't know what it was, but as a kid, I'm just like, okay, this place is haunted. But as of now, no, not anymore. Same. Gotta make sure the lock works. Exactly. Okay, see, I'm not crazy. Would you consider yourself to be a thoughtful person? Yes, I'm very thoughtful. Would you consider yourself to be superficial? I don't know if the word superficial goes with being a pansexual. I don't think that's how that works. No, I'm not. Do you ever judge others by the way they look or dress? See, now this is a different question. It isn't. It's do I ever. Have I judged people before because of the way that they look or dress? Yes, I have. Like, looking at someone and saying, oh wow, that's a really cool outfit, is technically judging them for what they're dressing, right? If people are being too revealing, then yes. But yeah, if you look at someone and think their outfit's cool, that's judging them by the way they look or dress. I know this question is framed in the way of like, do you pass judgment on them for their dress? I'm trying to think, but if we're looking at it in just a negative light, have I ever negatively passed judgment on someone because of the way they dress? Yes. Yes, I have. Not because of the way they look, specifically. I don't care about that. But the way some people dress, specifically when I am at my job, will immediately make me be on kind of edge around them because those kinds. Because I've had some bad experiences at work with people who dress in similar ways. And or the person is just wearing the same thing they wore the last time they caused problems for me. So the answer would have to be, would you consider yourself to be high maintenance? No. You talk to me once a week and I'm gonna be happy with being your friend. You say hi, you give me a hug, I'll be happy. I'm not really high maintenance. You don't have to spend all of your time with me, and quite frankly, I don't want any one person to spend all of their time on me. Have you ever been bullied by someone you cared about? By someone I cared about? Nah. Oh. Have you ever been a bully to someone you care about? Hmm. As in a person I cared about at the time? Uh. Oh. That would count, wouldn't it? Yeah, that would. Yes, I have bullied someone. who I care about before. Caused me to lose an entire group of friends. I still miss them. I know none of them are watching this, but if you are, I am sorry for everything you did. Do you try to keep a low profile to avoid attention from others while in a crowded area? Yes. Yes, I do. I prefer to stay away from crowds of people. Do you actively try to avoid busy places? Yes, I do. Would you sometimes rather be alone than surrounded by people you care about? Yes, yes, I would. I need my alone time. I don't care if you're somebody I'm dating or my best friend. I'm an introverted person. If I'm out of social energy, leave me alone. Which is why I have an announcement to make. I'm leaving Discord. No. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have even joked about that. Although it is technically half right. I am going to be taking a 1 day break from Discord on the 4th of November. So, the 3rd of November, when I say goodnight, will be the last time you all hear from me on the Discord server. Until the 5th. It's just something I've wanted to do because I think I've been a little overly stressed recently by all the people talking to me all the time. And I hope none of you try to blame yourself for me saying that. I'm just trying to be honest the way I've been feeling. It's no individual person, it's just everyone together is overwhelming me. And it's not even you guys, it's people from other servers talking to me too because I'm in an annoying amount of servers now. But yes, I would sometimes rather be alone than being with people I care about. Does making phone calls make you feel uncomfortable? My god, yes. Mel comes back on my birthday. Ah, it's your birthday present. I leave for a day. This is what I do now. I leave the day before all of my friends' birthdays, so I don't have to give them a present. The present is me coming back. Are you sometimes afraid to confront people, even when they do something that bothers you? Yes. I do not like confrontation. I'm better with it now than I used to be. Like, used to, if someone did something, I would just completely do my absolute best to ignore it and act like it never happened so I didn't have to confront them. Nowadays, if they really get on my nerves, I will. But I still usually ignore minor things because I don't like confrontation. Do you feel uncomfortable when committing to definitive plans for the future? No, I love planning things out in advance. Unfortunately, planning things out in advance when you have a life that is as hectic as mine is difficult. Do you ever feel like no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to stay motivated? No. No, well, not really. Like I have motivation issues sometimes, but it's never gone for long, and I can usually get my motivation back pretty quickly. So I never have issues where I'm just like, no matter how hard I try, I can't stay motivated. Nah. Do you ever feel that you're failing those who care about you most? Oh god, yes, all the time. Does driving a vehicle give you anxiety? Yes. Well, hmm. I don't like driving. driving is not something I have ever enjoyed, and it's not relaxing, but at the same time, it's not anxiety inducing either, unless I'm driving around complete idiots. Other people are what give me anxiety, but the act of driving itself does not. So, no. Are you afraid of exploring new places by yourself? Ugh. Yes. I prefer to go with people if I'm going to be going into places I don't know. Mm. Am I afraid of it though? No, I'm not afraid of exploring new places. I prefer to have other people with me. But it doesn't scare me. You ever carried an object around with you that made you feel more comfortable? Hmm. A sword? A sword! I've never had a sword! That's not true, I have actually had a sword before. But I've never carried the sword around. I don't know why I decided to do the sword joke. Because I went original. Have I ever carried an object around that made me feel more comfortable? When I was in my last 2 years of high school, I carried my iPad around with me with headphones in because the teachers all trusted me so much and I got really good grades that literally nobody ever said a thing. I walked around with carrying my iPad with headphones plugged in at all times and nobody ever said a thing. I carried it around because it made me feel comfortable. I don't know why it did, but it did. Having the iPad there just always made me feel more relaxed. So, yes. If I told you that I could guess your name correctly right now, would you believe me? Yes, I would. Because my name is set to my computer's. Now, my computer's name is my name, so. Hmm. Well, based on the answers you've provided me so far, if I were to take a guess, I would say your name starts with the letter M, doesn't it? It it doesn't actually. No, my name does not start with the letter M. That makes sense. There's let's be real here. There's literally no way I'd be able to guess your name just by your answers. That would be ridiculous. Besides, all you humans look alike to me, anyhow. Does being around animals bring you a sense of peace like being around humans does to me because you're all animals? Wow. Hello there, Aiden. Hope you're having yourself a lovely day. Are you still just doing audio only? Or no, you have Wi-Fi now. You should be able to do the non-Wi-Fi version. Does being around animals give me a sense of peace? I mean, yeah, I love animals. Animals are cool. I'm about to be smitten into Voidland. No, MC! No! Do you sometimes believe your loved ones are lying to you when they say that they care? Yes. You ever feel like you push your loved ones away? No, I don't. I don't think that... I'm not talking about you guys when I said yes, by the way, Emerald. Don't worry. I'm not talking about anyone really in that Discord server. I'm talking about other people. Do you ever feel like you push your loved ones away? He was answering the previous question. Oh, I see. Do I ever feel like I've pushed my loved ones away? Yes. I literally have done that before. I don't know if this is the stream to watch, Aiden, with the questions that I've been getting so far this time. When is it gonna ask me if I've ever kicked a monk? I don't really feel like I push my loved ones away anymore. I did a long time ago, but not anymore. I'm going to have to stop you here. The truth that pours forth is incredibly clear. I hope that you're being honest for your own health. You can try to lie, but you'll be cheating yourself. I'd like to move on to the next phase of the test. A series of pictures to give your brain a rest. You're going to tell me what emotional response they bring out, which will show me what your mind is pondering about. So feast your eyes upon the art, and let me into that precious heart. For starters, what emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Ah, I'm glad you're feeling better though. You'll have no restrictions anyway soon. Is that so, MC? You know that for sure. When we meet up, I'll get you better internet, MC. Feels like organized chaos. Yeah, like I was thinking chaotic, but it's not chaotic. What would you feel describes this picture best? Trapped, manic, broken, sorrowful, chaotic, beautiful. Goodbye, MC. I mean, it's kind of chaotic, but I don't really think it's that chaotic. Soulful. What do you think this picture is called? Chaotic crystals, the portal, soul abduction, a mind of misery, celestial stare. My initial thought was portal, so... Very interesting. Moving on. What emotion do you feel most present in this picture? Me on reindeer dust. Yes. I'm surprised nobody has drawn, like, reindeer dust as a thing. Move out of the way, Catnip. We have reindeer dust now. I feel this one is a lot more chaotic than the last one. What would you feel describes this picture best? Abyss. What do you think this picture is called? Destroyer of Sense. I see. Next, we have this one. Somebody better get in the kitchen, start cooking. Weedlana with the reindeer dust! No! We are not making Weedlana one of the shards. Listen, me and her don't get along, okay? I'm not pulling her back into me. Because it's gonna turn me into a stoner. At least part of it. Next, we have this one. Ooh. I was like amazed to begin with. Like that was my first reaction to it. So I think the closest to that would be joy. What word do you feel describes the picture best? Mirrored. What do you think this picture is called? Reflection of the universe. Noted. You've played Outer Wilds recently, haven't you? The complete Nell is confirmed to have smoked at least a little bit. Weedlana is a bunch of is a branch of the cult of Nilana. Looks mirrored to me. All these pictures are things I would see on an acid trip. Weedlana sees them on a regular basis. Listen, Zan. I can neither confirm nor deny anything. However, I have been high before. So, you know, take that information as you will. But it's a very rare thing for me. And I never smoke. I do not smoke, that's the thing. Smoking is bad for you. That makes it sound even worse. Weedlana server emote win. Didn't you make a Weedlana boop? I don't think you ever put it in the suggestions, or else it probably would have gotten added, I'm gonna be honest. Somebody would have added it despite me. Do not make me have a fat blunt, please. I have gotten high before, but never through smoking, because smoking is terrible for your lungs. I've just had some edibles before. All of the cool effects of marijuana or marijuana-adjacent products, and none of the dangers of, you know, breathing in burning things. It was in suggestions, I'll post it again. You don't have to post it again, just link back to it. It'll get me to look at it later. Does Weedlana use a... I don't even know what that word is, or bong. I've always wanted to try an edible. Noted. Noted. Take a look at this one. I want to say like sorrow, or it's not depression. It was just like sadness when I saw it. Numbness is probably closer than relaxation. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Let him cook. Who are we letting cook? The rabbit hole. That's peculiar. And how about this one? I like this music, not gonna lie. Yeah, it's pretty nice and relaxing. I don't really feel any of these. I just kind of feel nothing when looking at this, so I guess numbness would be the closest. What would you feel describes this picture best? Abyssal. What would you think this picture is called? Nest of Darkness. I like that. I will make a note of that. And this here. Ooh. Looking at this one feels very calming. What would you feel describes this picture best? Dramatic. What do you think this picture is called? No, I have to take another drink. I want to call it The Tower, but it's fine. I see. Now, this one. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? This one kind of makes me sad. I don't know. Space always kind of makes me sad in general. What word do you feel describes this picture best? I wrapped a tea bag and now their tea is nothing more than hot leaf juice. What do you think this picture is called? How about this? What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? My immediate thought was anger, but that's probably natural instinct of it being red. What do you think this picture is called? That's interesting that you say that. How about this one? I feel like it's looking at me. I don't like it. What do you feel describes this picture best? What do you think this picture is called? I will make note of that. Now, this one. What emotion do you feel most present in this picture? I don't really have any emotion relating to this one. What do you feel describes this picture best? What do you think this picture is called? Going down. Interesting. Take a look at this. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Why does that picture remind me of the World Machine? I mean, probably because the colors and the purple squares. Data. What do you think this picture is called? Huh. We are almost done. Bye, Moth. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? I feel like I've gone all over the place with her voice. It's so weird. I am able to hold male voices a lot better than I'm able to hold feminine voices. It's weird. I don't understand. This one's more chaotic again. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Viscous. It's like a bubble at the top. What do you think this picture is called? Interesting choice. Let's see here. What emotion do you feel is most present in the picture? Being on edge. I feel like I'm on edge looking at this photo. So I think the closest to that would be anger. What word do you feel describes this picture best? solstice. Like, solstice immediately jumped out to me, but I also feel like I shouldn't say solstice because I probably want to say it because one shot. But it is the first thing I looked at and said yes. Eclipse. What would you think this picture is called? Solar Blade. Alright then. Just a few more. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Looking at this picture gives me a headache. What do you feel describes this picture best? Cosmic. That's surprising. Almost finished. Not anymore, there's a blanket. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Relaxation. What do you feel describes this picture best? Nebula. What do you think this picture is called? Light breaking. Very good. Last one. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? I don't really have much feeling about this one again. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Hollow. What do you think this picture is called? I think that about wraps it up. Your answers have been documented well. Deep into your subconscious they dwell. But I am not finished with you just yet. There are still some truths that have yet to be met. As a matter of fact, this is only the start. We will have a great deal of fun before we part. So let me challenge you on another level still. I will pick your brain until I get my fill. This next set of questions will test your conscience more. And again your honesty I do implore. Let us begin. 1 year, you're running a little low on funds to purchase your presents around the holidays. So you decide to spend $1 and get everyone in your family a lottery ticket. You give each of them their own lottery ticket and wish them the best of luck. The drawings is held and one of your family members hits the jackpot. But it's someone you don't really get along with and just bought a present for out of moral obligation. They plan to keep the money for themselves as they feel like it was their ticket. How does this make you feel? Ooh. That's a good question. It's someone I don't really like. And they're being an asshole and refusing to share it with everyone else. And this says jackpot. I'm assuming we're talking like millions or billions of dollars. I'm gonna be honest. I think I'd be angry with them if they someone honestly did that to me. Very well. And what would you wish to do in this situation? Try to steal the ticket for myself, destroy the ticket so no one gets it, get them killed so I inherit the money. I would be angry, but I wouldn't do anything about it besides try to convince them to give other people money. But that isn't an option, and I'm not gonna try to steal the ticket or destroy it or get them killed. I'm just gonna let them live. If the roles were reversed and you were given a winning lottery ticket, would you share the money with your least favorite family member who bought you the ticket in the first place? Yes, I would. If someone bought me a ticket and I was the winner, I don't care if I literally hate this person's guts, I'm going to repay them for the ticket. I see. Now, you're walking through a forest. You come across a black suitcase. Inside the case, there rests $1 million. Alongside the money, there lies a blood-stained note with only one word written on it. The note simply says, "Don't." How does this make you feel? I think with there being blood, it would scare me more than anything else. And what would you wish to do in this situation? Grab the suitcase and run back to my car, take as much money as you could, need the rest, call the police and let them know where about the suitcase. Yeah, that's most likely what I would actually do. If the note wasn't covered in blood, would it change your decision at all? It's not my money. Like, it would make me have to think about it more. But I'm not gonna potentially take someone else's money. I would continue to do this thing. Interesting. The devil appears in your room at night while you're alone and just about to fall asleep, and tells you that he has a special one-time offer just for you. In exchange for your soul and eternal damnation, he will let you choose from one of 3 glorious bargains. He has not told you what those bargains are. How does this make you feel? What if the note was signed by Mr. Beast? Okay, it's mine then. Fuck the devil, I'm not taking this deal. I'd be suspicious. Not because, I don't know, I don't trust the freaking devil. The devil then goes on to assure you that whether or not you believe him to be truly be the devil, he surely is, and to prove his point, he demonstrates magnificent magical prowess, and drags you to hell for a split second before transporting you back to your bedroom. In that second, you could feel a lifetime of pain and suffering in the most unimaginable ways possible. He then goes on to tell you of his offers in exchange for your soul, to see if you can strike a bargain. Which of these would you choose in exchange for your soul, if any? All the wealth and power in the world. You'll never age, but you can still die from physical injury. You can bring one person back from the dead, or I wouldn't sell my soul to the devil. I have nobody that I would want to bring back from the dead, so that's out. Well, all the wealth and power in the world doesn't matter nearly as much to me as the friends and the people in my life. You'll never age, but you can still die from physical injury. I'm very tempted to choose that as the option because I am very scared of dying. But this is only for me. I'm the only person that would live for that long. I couldn't bring anybody else with me. Not to mention the fact that being able to still die from physical injury, eventually something's going to happen to kill me. The longer you're alive, the longer those chances are. As low those chances are, and depending on the situation, I would not. If the devil offered you a deal of some other kind, would you accept it in exchange for eternal damnation? No. I don't think there's anything he could offer me to put myself through all that pain. I see. Civilization is about to come to an end as a plague sweeps the globe, turning everyone who perishes into mindless zombies who hunger for living flesh. You watch as everyone you know becomes gravely ill and turns, except for 5 of your closest friends and family. How does this make you feel? Scared? I don't know if I could survive for long. But I also don't want the world to end. If you knew that a zombie apocalypse was coming in 10 years from now, and you could prevent it from happening, would you? Yes. Interesting. You've been working at a company for 10 years, and you've been promised a very important and incredibly lucrative promotion. However, someone hired only a number of weeks ago has just been promoted to the position that you were promised. Your boss essentially tells you tough luck, and that maybe one day you'll get the position, and that he had to promote the other employee as a favor for a friend. How does that make you feel? Betrayed. You've also learned a few secrets about the company that could be disastrous if they were to escape, such as the fact that they haven't been properly reporting their income for the last decade. What would you wish to do in this situation? "100% just fucking threaten them." If the roles were reversed and you were hired and promoted as a favor over someone more deserving, would you accept the position? Like, I know I'm only getting hired because of a favor. And I know someone else is more deserving. Would I still take the position? Oh, that's a very tough question to answer. I probably would, though. I see. Very interesting. You're home alone at night, cooking food in your kitchen, and you turn around to realize that someone is watching you through your window in the darkness. They have their face and hands pressed up against the window, and they make direct eye contact with you before turning and running out of sight around the other side of the house. How does this make you feel? Oh, hell no! Nightmare fuel. I'd be scared, probably. And what do you think you'd do in that situation? Lock my doors and call the police. If the face you saw in the window was the face of a supernatural entity and not of a human being, would your answers change at all? Yes, because I'd probably grab a weapon. I'm going to present you with some more potential scenarios, but I'm going to ask for more simplistic answers as a result. Here we go. You're not feeling all too well, so you decide to go to a doctor. The doctor runs a series of tests and gets back to you shortly after to announce some grave news. It turns out that you've contracted an incredibly rare illness, and there is currently no cure for. This illness causes complete body paralysis within 6 months of contraction, meaning that in less than half a year from now, you will be rendered unable to move, blink, talk, or any form of expression whatsoever. You will need to be kept alive on a feeding tube, and you'll never be able to communicate with anyone else ever again. Just being kept alive on machines in a vegetative state. Would you want to be kept alive in that state? Or would you rather have the plug pulled when that happens? I don't want to die, but that sounds awful. But at the same time, I know that things like brain-computer interfaces are relatively close to being much better. So it's a risk, right? do I go and say keep me alive in a vegetative state in the hopes that a cure is found and or I can be given some form of the ability to communicate again through a BCI? I'd be willing to take the chance. How would you like to spend the last 6 months of your life while still mobile? And friends and family, pursuing all the dreams I hadn't yet accomplished, making the world a better place while I can. I'd wallow in self-pity and probably want to die. I'd spend it with friends and family. There are diseases out there in that can put you in that sort of unfortunate situation. Does knowing this motivate you to do things you never done before and pursue more from life? Or do you feel relatively unaffected by that knowledge that this could potentially happen to you at any point in time? It doesn't really change much. Noted. You have a pet dog, whom you've raised since its birth. 3 years has passed, and it's the best dog you've ever had. You love it like it's your own child, and one day, he runs away in the middle of the night, chasing after a wild animal in the darkness. You search everywhere for your dog, but no matter where you go, you can't seem to make any progress. About a month passes and you still haven't seen any trace of your four-legged friend until one morning you awaken to the sound of a familiar barking. You rush outside to find your elderly neighbor in his late 80s is out in his front lawn playing joyously playing your dog. He has named the beast Johnny, and him and your dog seem to be having the time of their lives. You rush over to hug your dog. He excitedly licks your face. Your neighbor says, "Johnny's a good boy, isn't he? I lost him when I was just a boy, about your age. But he can't come back. Johnny has come back and we're together again." Come to find out, your elderly neighbor is suffering from dementia, recently brought on by the stress and heart of losing his wife just a couple of months prior to finding your dog. This dementia has caused him to believe that your dog, Johnny, is his old dog from his childhood coming back into his life, make him happy and keep him company. The dog seems to be in great shape, very happy, and well looked after. And you know that telling the old man that it isn't really his dog and that it's your dog would break his heart and crush him. You break the news to him that it isn't his dog and take Johnny home with you? Or would you let him keep the dog and choose to visit him daily to play and go for walks? I mean, letting the old man keep it just seems like a win-win. Like, yes, this is a dog that I've loved forever. I've raised it for years. But with the added bit in the end of going and visiting it daily and taking it for walks, then the only difference is I don't sleep in the same house with the dog. But I can help an old man who might not even live much longer have a better life. Take the dog and the man both. Yes. does this story make you sad at all? Yes, it does. Can you imagine yourself in the old man's position, being so alone in life, and finding one thing that makes you feel less alone, and potentially having to face it being ripped away from you once again? No, I can't. True, I can imagine, I just don't want to. Next question. Let's say you were viciously murdered by a serial killer, and you fell for one of their traps as they lured you in and made you their latest victim. Now, let's say that you're given a unique opportunity in the afterlife. As you return as a spirit to roam the earth, however, you're bound to two potential options, and only two. Bye, poet. Thank you for stopping by. You can either choose to haunt your assailant and make his life miserable, hopefully foiling his plans to kill in the future and potentially save lives in the process. Or you can choose to spend your time as a spirit amongst your still living family and friends, guiding them in positive ways, making their lives better. You are bound to whichever option you choose until either your family and friends are no longer living or your killer is no longer living. You cannot choose both. Which one would you choose? Yeah, it's the question of, do you want to be... It's weird though with the way it's phrased, because moral obligation would be to haunt him and potentially get him caught so that you can save other people's lives. But with the way it's phrased as you being vengeful and doing it not because you really care about saving the others, but because you want to haunt him. But I think I would do my best to try and save the more people. Do you think you have what it takes to drive your killer insane and push him over the edge? Yes. Do you believe that this scenario is possible? No. If this situation happened to a friend or family member and they were viciously killed, what situation would you rather them choose? Next question. Throw his computer around and anything gets after. One night you go to sleep and get a good rest that feels like the best sleep you've ever had. You wake up in an unfamiliar room, in an unfamiliar bed. You look in the mirror and you hardly recognize yourself. You look as though you've aged 20 years. There's a sticky note on the television screen that says, "Press play," so you oblige the note and hit the play button to reveal a message that has been left for you by all your friends and family that are still alive and well, though they all seem to be 20 years older as well. They explain to you that every single day for the last 20 years you've repeated the same day over and over again. Due to a severe head injury, your memory doesn't last more than 24 hours, so each day when you sleep, all recollection of what took place 24 hours prior is wiped entirely. Your loved ones have made a video for you to let you have a say in your potential future. You have the option of either watching this video every single day so you know what's going on and can continue to progress your life, even though you won't have any recollection of it, or you can choose to continue living as you had been, repeating the same day over and over and living in unknowing. What would you choose to do? Oh boy. Long way of saying is ignorance bliss. Well, the thing is, Zan, that is the situation that an old man is actually trapped within. I watched a documentary on him. I don't remember exactly what caused it, but every time he goes to sleep, he wakes up thinking it's years and years and years in the past. Every single time. He can never remember anything that's happened to him in the last who knows how many years. And it makes you sad realizing how fragile our existences actually are. I'd rather watch the video every day. Would you be upset if your family kept the truth from you for 20 years, even though they felt like it was for your own good? No, I wouldn't be upset with them. If your best friend was in this situation, would you make a video for them, telling them the truth? Would you repeat every day exactly the same for them in order to keep them happy, never letting them know the truth? I would tell them the truth. I will take note of your answer. You've come to find, through frantic digging in the attic and reading of old files and newspapers, that your parents are famed psychologists. You've also come to find they aren't really your parents. In fact, they're not even related to you at all. What you can gather through your new discoveries, the story tells of a young child who developed psychotic tendencies and went into a trance before murdering their parents in a tragically brutal way. However, that child suffered so much trauma from the event of the loss of their parents once the trance had worn off, they repressed the memory of their parents' deaths, blocking it completely from their mind. Two psychologists took the child into treatment and performed studies against the child's knowledge, raising that child to be a fully functional adult, while playing the role of the child's real parents, further gather data and potentially help that child avoid a terrible life in the process. You are that child. Would you resent your parents keeping it from me? No, I don't think I would. Would you be grateful that they gave you a second chance at life? Yes. Would you feel betrayed by your parents? No. Would you confront your parents about the articles you found? I would talk to them about it, though. If you were in your parents' positions, would you do the same for a child in a similar situation? Yes. Interesting. I mean, no, because I don't want to ever have a child, but assuming that's out of the picture, yes. I have one final scenario for you before we move on. The end of the world has come and gone, and all that is left are post-apocalyptic soldiers roaming the lands, combing through towns and laying waste to any survivors in their paths. in hopes of claiming their equipment for themselves in order to survive this harsh, barren wasteland planet known as Earth. You get in good with a large colony of soldiers and spend about 6 months with them before they decide that you're not pulling your weight. In order to save the very few food rations they have left, they exile you from the compound and send you out to fend for yourself. Decide to venture into a neighboring town in hopes of finding food that was left behind by raiders, and it only takes you about a day and a half before you strike gold. A hidden underground bunker, stockpiled to the brim with enough food to feed an entire colony for a year. Now you have a few choices to make. Would you go back to the colony and tell them about the bunker, or would you stay in the bunker all by yourself? Those assholes kicked me out. Keep it for myself. If you could choose to only tell some of the soldiers about the bunker and let them in so you could lead a new colony, but exile the soldiers who exiled you, would you do it? Better survival in numbers. Even if it means there's less food, with other people you can actually go and send people out to look for more. If you were to lead a new colony, would you build it based on savagery and raiding, or would you build it based on sharing and compassion? If you were the leader of the colony that exiled you, except it was you who exiled someone else who wasn't pulling their weight, and that person just so happened to find themselves in a similar situation where they found the jackpot worth of food in an underground bunker they refused to share with you and the colony, would you raid them and steal it for yourselves, or would you let them keep what they found? For me to be the leader of a colony that's going out and raiding people like that, like, this is asking if I was the leader of this colony. I don't think I would have exiled anyone to begin with, but it said that I did. I would let them keep it. Very interesting. Well, that wraps up this portion of the test. But I need more from you before I can allow you to rest. A choice here, a choice there. Which would you rather? Moral dilemmas abound from what I can gather, and you will answer clearly, crisp and concise. Will you be selfish, or is conscience a vice? Or is your conscience a vice? I see. Just mere moments from now, we both shall see the difference between who you are and who you wish to be. Let us begin. It's been 2 hours. I need to take a break, but I'm scared of tabbing out of the game and the game freezing this 2 hours into the stream. So I'm just gonna walk away for a few minutes and hit the start button on the music. And I will be back to finish this after I get more water because I'm out of water and my throat's hurting. I will be back in a couple of minutes. If anyone questions why I'm being completely silent and staring into the void, it's because I'm not currently here. Be back in a second. I have returned. The staring is pure meme material. I mean, I could just give you a video of my avatar staring deeply into the camera for hours on end. Nelana stares, judges you for like an hour, I guess. Nelana judges you for like an hour, I guess. But that means I have to sit here for an hour and do that. Her soul just ran to her body as she fell over. Hi, Ali. Hope you're having a lovely day. Do it. I'll edit it into something funny. Looping it. Looping it is the thing. That's true. I mean, if you want to make memes, I can just do something. It's not that hard. I mean, if I felt so inclined, I could just like go out of my way to try and actually animate the model doing things. But that's a lot of work. Anyway, would you rather abandon the person you love most or be abandoned by the person you love the most? Ah! That's such a hard decision. I have trauma about being abandoned by people, but I don't want to abandon anybody. Hmm. Hmm. Do I inflict unthinkable amount of pain on someone else? Or do I want to take that fall so that I don't have to inflict that pain on someone else? I don't even know who the person I love the most would be, honestly, if I had to quantify it. It's very difficult. I love everyone for many different reasons. I don't think I could ever bring myself to abandon someone. I've done it before, though. I've had to. Wouldn't say they were someone I love most, though. Although I cared for them a lot. Abandon the person I love the most or be abandoned by the person. I don't know. I keep having friends disappear, and I don't know if I could handle being abandoned again. Would you rather have friends in high places who could get you anything you wanted, but didn't necessarily care about you? Or friends who couldn't give you anything, but they feel a deep personal bond with you? I would much prefer deep personal friends rather than people who are dumb. Thank you very much for the subscription, Ollie. I appreciate that a lot. And I hope you're having a lovely day. Actually, no, you said you couldn't hear. Somebody thank Ollie for me because I can't do it myself. Because I don't want to tab out of the game and risk it freezing. Would you rather find $10,000 and get to keep it for yourself, or find 20,000 but have to split it 4 ways with your closest friends and family? 20,000, because then we have more money overall. My closest friends would also be willing to share it with me. Nella's viciously insulting you. Staying a lot for the sub. Would you rather cheat on your partner but never get caught, or know that your partner cheated on you but have no way of proving it? I don't know how to answer the question. Cheating doesn't even cross my mind. as someone who's in a polyamorous relationship, the thought of somebody cheating doesn't even cross my mind. I guess I prefer to do it and not get caught? Question mark. Would you rather get rich through illegal means or be poor but live an honest life? Depends on what you mean, I suppose. Like, if my air quote dishonest life is just like hacking big corporations and stealing their money, fuck, I'll take it. They have plenty of money to spare. But if it's like going and robbing banks, I'm not gonna do that. Ollie, you've gifted 5 subs to people. What are you doing? You've gifted a sub to Kane, Local, Aaron, Joshua, and more. Thank you. I'm sure they all greatly appreciate those. Now she's actually questioning why you gave so many subs. Yes. Yes, indeed. I appreciate them a lot. I'd rather be poor but live honestly and sincerely. Would you rather press a button that would kill your favorite pet or press a button that would kill your favorite family member? I would much rather push a button to kill my favorite pet. Would you rather get fired from a high-paying job or have to fire your friends from a high-paying job? Ugh. Ugh. I think the people who I have as friends would understand if I had to fire them for some reason and not be upset. But I'm still inconveniencing them a lot in that situation. Fuck. Would you rather sleep with your step-sibling or sleep with your best friend's partner? This is certainly a question. Oh boy, we're getting back into the interesting questions. Moth, you came back at the perfect time for the sus question. I can't believe you came back right now. Sleep with. I assume this doesn't just mean having a nice little night's sleep with someone, obviously. No, it's just consider who to have a little nap with. It means 23 eggs. Not the worst question. I like, again, the whole polyamory thing comes into play. But this, I'm going to assume that my best friend and their partner are in a monogamous relationship here. And that I would be greatly betraying the trust of my best friend. Oh god, this question is so hard to answer. Um, I don't know. This, I don't know. I don't know. Hmm. Would you rather save your best friend from certain death and let 1,000 strangers die, or save 1,000 strangers and let your best friend die? Save my friend. Would you rather get free food for the rest of your life, or rescue a starving child from a third world country? I don't want a child. I'd rather have free food for the rest of my life because I don't want a child. I do not ever want to have a child and have to take care of a little kid. It's one of the big things on my no list. Would you rather be rich but without family, or poor but with family? Family. In this case, it's, I assume, referring to biological family or found family. Because I would sacrifice everyone in my real life family in order to just be rich and help all of my friends. I care about all of you more than any of my real life family members. Would you consider your group of friends to be like family? Yes, I would. So that kind of validates that loophole. Or but with family. Would you rather have to steal food for the rest of your life in order to eat, or steal enormous amounts of money from the wealthy, but have to destroy the money immediately after? I feel like stealing food is less likely to get me killed and or arrested because that's just easier to steal. Would you rather serve 4 years in the military during wartime, or move to a third world country that's never be allowed to return home? Neither. I don't think I'd survive in either of those situations, but 4 years in the military has a better chance of me getting back alive. Would you rather always be traveling 10 miles above the speed limit, or 10 miles an hour below the speed limit? Below the speed limit? I don't freaking care. Usually go below the speed limit anyway. Safety first. I'm not going to read this question. Would you rather be addicted to hardcore drugs for 10 years, but make a full recovery, or addicted to alcohol for the rest of your life? What? Don't judge me! I know that's the entire point of this game, but don't judge me! Would you rather be addicted to hardcore drugs for 10 years, or make a full recovery, or be addicted to alcohol for the rest of your life? I'd rather have the chance for a normal life after being addicted, I guess. Would you rather live in two Would you rather live to be 200 years old in a perfectly preserved youthful body and have to watch your friends and family die around you, or live to be 70 but die before your friends and family? I think I'd rather live to 200. Like, I think I could handle an extra 100 years without my friends or family. I don't think I could. Yeah, I don't think I could. I wouldn't want to leave them all behind. Guaranteedly leave them all behind. Would you rather sacrifice all your friends in order to survive, or sacrifice both of your parents? I'd sacrifice both of my parents. Would you rather get acknowledged for work that you don't do, or work hard for the rest of your life but not receive any praise for it? Guess it depends on what you consider work hard. Hmm. I think I'd rather get acknowledged for work I didn't do. Would you rather punch a nun or get punched by a nun? What is with this freaking question? I would rather get punched by a nun. Would you rather lose all the money you've earned this year or lose all the memories you've gained this year? I'd rather lose all the money in an instant. Oh, that is not what I meant to do. That's probably fine. I was looking for a different button. I didn't even know that was a thing. That's probably fine though. Thanks, I no longer have to read all that. Yeah. I know there's a way to delete specific messages on Twitch. I don't know how it is. I don't know how to do it. I don't do Twitch moderation. And I really don't want to time her out just to delete that one message because it would delete all of her messages. Yeah, I do. Here? Yeah, I should probably look more into, like, you know, how Twitch moderation actually. It's fine. We'll just leave it for now. San, I've already tapped out of the game enough to risk myself. Do you mind just, if Ollie says anything like that again, to just, you know, give her a warning? Because that last comment kind of went a bit far. Anyway. Would you rather clip a coin for a chance to win $20 immediately? To a chance to win $20 or immediately win 10? Chance to win 20. And I accidentally killed all of chat. In the attempt to find moderation mode. Would you rather know how you'll die or know when you'll die? I'd rather know how I'll die. Would you rather be blinded but able to see crystal clear underwater, or be deaf always? I would have to choose permanently deaf because I cannot swim. Loophole, Phil. Maybe if I remember later though. Maybe. Would you rather give up all interest in social media, but be able to travel the world for free, or have the best in the internet, or have the best internet in the world for free, but never leave your house? Have the best internet, but never leave my house. 100%. Doesn't say I can't move. I just have to buy another house, and I can travel between houses. Second one is already my life. You have to have a life. You're such a cool person, Lazarus. You go to work, that's outside of your house. Would you rather walk barefoot across a bed of hot coals or walk barefoot through a pitch black snake-infested corridor? Hot coals. Yes, you are. You are such a cool person. What are you talking about? You're an amazing person, one of my coolest friends. I just wish I got to hang out and chat with you more because you're so cool. Would you rather be the judge who sentences people to death or the executioner in charge of killing them? I'd rather be the judge. Would you rather have a witch cast a nasty hex on you so you'll always have bad luck, or be haunted by a demon intent on possessing you? Bad luck, or being haunted by a demon that wants to possess me? Bad luck, I think. Would you rather be married to someone incredibly beautiful who doesn't find you attractive, or be married to someone who you're not even remotely attracted to, but they find you incredibly attractive? I don't like care about marriage. Also, hi Gatode. I hope you're having a lovely day. That's not Gatode. That's just the toaster who toasts. I hope you're doing well, Airy. Should probably change your username though. Would you rather work a high-paying job that you despise, or a low-paying job that you love doing? Would you rather walk 1 mile home wearing nothing but a pair of socks, or be fully nothing but a pair of socks, or be fully clothed but have to walk 100 miles to get home? I can't walk 100 miles. I couldn't do that if I tried. I don't like this question. The only goal here that's attainable is walking 1 mile home naked. At least I have socks. I don't have shoes though. God, that's still gonna hurt my feet. Would you rather find $5 in your pocket or have to grab $100 out of a public toilet? 100 is 100. I mean, yeah, I'll just go put gloves on and take the 100. Would you rather have 100 of your favorite books but never watch a movie again, or have 100 of your favorite movies but never read a book again? I'd give up books because the thing is, I don't really have 100 books or 100 movies I care about, but I'm more likely to watch a movie than I am to take the time to read a book with the schedule I have. Would you rather always be 20 minutes late to everything or 2 hours early to everything? Oof, I'd rather be 2 hours early. Because if I'm early, I can still do other things to occupy my time. 2 hours early to stream, let's go. You're right, I'll just start stream 2 hours early. That's how I get around it. I just plan things for 2 hours after I plan to actually get there. That's how that works. And that's the thing. Once everyone knows that, I just say, hey, we're gonna do this at 6. Everyone shows up at 4 because they get there 2 hours early like I do. Loopholes. Would you rather find a dead body or be witness to a deadly assault? I'd rather find a dead body. Wouldn't the real plans be at 4 then? No. I'm planning to start it at 6, but you know, if everyone's already here, I mean, well, might as well, right? Would you rather be able to change your past or see what the future holds for you? I'd rather look into the future, I think. Would you rather have one really great friend or 100 mediocre friends? One great friend. Would you rather lose all of your teeth or lose 1 day of your life every time you kissed someone? I'd rather lose all of my teeth. Would you rather win the lottery and lose the ticket before you can collect your money, or see your worst enemy win the lottery? I'd rather. I don't know. Uh, hmm. The person who I would consider my worst enemy, I really do not want them to get money for many reasons. So I'd rather win the lottery and lose my ticket. Would you rather find true love or have your dream job? Would you rather have a pause button for life or a rewind button? I'd rather have a rewind button so that I could redo things that I failed at doing. Would you rather drown to death in gasoline or be boiled to death in water? Those are both very bad things. A rewind button can be used as a pause. You know, that's not right. You're not wrong. Would you rather make a new friend every day or get $100 a day for doing nothing but never having friends again? These things aren't equivalent. If it said I would never make any new friends, the $100 a day would be the easy one because I love all the friends I have. I don't want to make a new friend every day either. That's gonna get insane. I'm already stressed out with all the people I have. Ugh. Would you rather die to save your family? Or sacrifice your family to save yourself? Make a new friend every day for a year, then ask them all for $1. Now you have 365 friends. Or $365. Yeah, you're not wrong. I want to say that I'd rather give my life to save my family, but I'm so scared. Would you rather always be hated by those closest to you for something you didn't do? Or have hurt everyone you care about, but they'll never find out it was you? Oh god, I hate these questions. Twitch, would you like to would you like to do your job? Please, Twitch? Twitch. Twitch, please. There we go, we're good again. I'd rather... Would you rather sleep with your worst enemy or sleep with someone who you know has many incurable STDs? Would you rather only eat food you don't like, give up all liquids except for water? I'd rather give up all liquids except for water, because I only drink water really anyway. Would you rather always listen to music at max volume, or always listen to music just above the lowest volume? I'd rather listen to music on very low volume. Would you rather meet your hero and find out they don't like you, or never meet your hero at all? I'd rather never meet them at all. Would you rather never have a pet for the rest of your life? Never have friends, never have pets. I love pets, but friends are more important than animals. Would you rather live in excruciating pain for the rest of your life, or live pain-free, but everyone you know and love will live in excruciating pain for the rest of their lives? Now this, I'd be willing to take on myself. Thank you for answering my questions, but we are not yet done. For we have made it through many categories, except for one. These final questions will be from deep within. I want to see your soul. I want to see your heart beat quicken. I want to learn all that you know. I want to see what makes you think. I want to know what makes you tick. I want to know your darkest truths. I want to know what makes you sick. I want to expel the truth from yourself. I want to feed on your precious fate. I want to learn of all you love and bathe in all your hate. So one last time we sit together as we await the final revelation. These are the last questions. I have the last examination. Take your time, do think hard, savor every moment, dear. For when I am finally finished with you, you will see it all ever so clearly. And here we go. Choose one of these words that you feel resonates with you the most in this very moment. Kind of morbid, honestly. Choose one of the words that resonates with you the most this very moment. Interested. Do you ever lie to those who are closest to you? Yes. Have you ever hurt someone who known didn't deserve it? This exact question came up in one of the other tests. It was worded the exact same way as well. Because I went on to a very long discussion about whether or not hurting someone else because you yourself were in pain at the time counted. I don't remember what I answered. I don't think I have. The only thing I can think of at the time, I didn't know that they didn't deserve it. It wasn't intentional, that's the thing. I've never intentionally hurt someone who did not deserve it. Have you ever lost your temper when you know you shouldn't have? Yes. Have you ever intentionally hurt an animal? No. Have you ever blamed someone for something that you know they didn't do? Actually, I have to go back. I just had a memory unlocked and I hate it. The answer to that last question, if I ever intentionally hurt an animal, is yes, because I've shot an animal before. As for intentionally hurting it. I forgot that I had done that. Why though? Hunting. Well, kind of hunting. It's a long story. I was very young and a stupid kid, and at the time I was mostly raised by my very shitty father, and I had a BB gun and I saw a bird flying, so I shot it out of the sky. I feel bad for that, but it is a thing that I did. Have you ever blamed someone for something that you know they didn't do? No, I've not blamed people for things that they didn't do. Have you ever abandoned a pet? No, I've been abandoned by a pet. I guess it depends what you mean by abandoned. I had a dog when I was younger. I didn't take the best care of him, but he was taken care of by other people, so it's not like he was abandoned. But he eventually ended up running away. But no, I've never abandoned a pet. Have you ever abandoned a loved one in their time of need? Would they have still counted as a loved one at that point? I don't know. I don't know. I ever abandoned a loved one in time of need? Have you ever stolen something from someone that you cared about? No. Have you ever broken something to spite someone you cared about? No. Have you ever played the victim in a situation where you hadn't been wronged? I don't believe so. Not that kind of person. I'm not gonna try to gain sympathy for no reason. Have you ever had romantic feelings for someone who wasn't your partner in a relationship? Yes, it's called being polyamorous. Have you ever wished for the death of someone who has wronged you? I have before, yes. Not like for a permanent thing, but just like in the heat of the moment. Yeah. Have you ever wished for the death of a loved one? Does my father count as a loved one? I do not love him in the slightest. I don't consider him a loved one. But I feel like this question means like friends and family, basically, when it says loved one. I'm gonna say no, though, because I do not love him. If you knew that writing someone's name on a piece of paper could instantly cause their death, would you write down anyone's name? Um, would I use the death note? I don't have anybody I'd want to kill, so no. Do you feel like you could spend more time with your loved ones than you currently are? Yes, I feel like I could spend more time, but I shouldn't. Have you ever owed someone an apology but refused to apologize to them? No. Do you ever regret worrying too much about things you can't control? Yes. Do you ever feel like your negativity brings other people down? No. Do you ever regret not standing up for yourself when you feel you've been wronged? No. Do you ever feel like you've let others influence your decision making too much? Nova Game Lover, thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate that so much. You really didn't have to come and subscribe. I hope you're having a lovely day, Nova. How are you? Give her that lovely tier 1 sub. Do you ever feel like you let others influence your decision making too much? No, I love to have other people help influence my decisions. Do you ever wish that you live a more honest life? No. Has your dishonesty ever caused someone else to suffer? No. Not that I know of. I'm not a very dishonest person. Destiny, I feel like you're pushing this session in a weird direction, accusing me of being dishonest. Have you ever had someone leave your life before you had the chance to tell them something important? No. Think I'm very well, I hope. You hope? Why do you only hope? I hope that it's more than hope. Do you ever feel like you prioritize people in your life that are unworthy of your time? No. Give people the amount of time they deserve. Do you ever feel like you prioritize your own wants before those who need you most? Honestly, I feel like should do a bit more self-prioritization. No. Do you ever feel like you spend too much time working towards something that you're not truly passionate about? Not really. Other than work, the only things I focus on are things I'm passionate for in the moment. So no. Do you feel like you're living up to your full potential? I mean, no. I could have gone to college and gotten a degree and had a much better job than the shitty job I have, but I'm very happy with where I am, but am I living up to my full potential? No. Do you ever let your fears stop you from pursuing things you truly want? Yes. Have you ever refused to try something afraid that you would fail? No. Have you ever been attracted to someone but refused to let them know because you were afraid of being rejected? Yes. Do you ever feel as though you're chasing the wrong things in life? Not really. Do you ever feel like you spend so much time planning for the future that you ignore the present? No. Do you feel like your friends and family like you more than you like them? No. Have you ever loved a pet more than your family? No. Do you ever make up excuses to get out of going to an event instead of just telling the person who invited you that you don't want to go? Yes. Do you ever feel like you spend more time with technology than you do building stronger bonds with your friends and family? I build my stronger bonds through technology because most of my friends are not within physical distance. So no. Have you ever defended someone that you shouldn't have? Yes. Do you sometimes have a hard time admitting when you're wrong? No. Do you ever place the blame for your personal failures on someone or something else? No. Have you ever accused someone of something with no real evidence to back it up? No. I love making sure I have evidence. Have you ever have to no. Have you had any kind of relationship with someone whom you know you shouldn't have? Some kind of relationship. What does it mean by relationship? Like, if it means relationship and does it consider just a friendship a relationship? Because I was in a very long relationship slash friendship with someone that I kind of knew was bad for a long time and I should have gotten out of it and I just felt trapped and couldn't. Granted, I was also dating that person, so the answer would be yes regardless. Have you ever let a relationship degrade because you were afraid of being the one to break up with someone? Yes. Do you ever feel like you could take better care of your own health? I mean, I could if I sacrificed other things, sure. Have you ever let someone else take the blame for something that you did? I don't think so. Not that I can remember. Have you ever acquired something that you didn't really want just because someone else wanted it? No. Do you ever feel like you're not living up to others' expectations? Yes. Have you ever walked out of someone's life without any explanation? Yes, technically. Do you ever feel like you focus more on the negative aspects of your life and what you don't have rather than being grateful for what you do have. No. Have you ever witnessed someone being wronged who didn't have the courage to stand up for them? When I was in school, there wasn't really a lot of bullying or anything in school for me. It didn't happen super frequently. But there was a couple times when people were just being generally mean. I didn't step in. And finally, do you feel like you're a good person? Phew, that's a loaded question, but yes. Very interesting. That concludes the ending to your examination. In your mind, I have dug myself a hole. I will analyze your answers very carefully, and now it's time for me to gaze into your soul. This is preposterous. This simply cannot be. I have expended every potential outcome, but yours seems to have evaded even me. I was prepared to tell you of your fate, to play upon your fear, to break the worst of news to you, to plant seeds of doubt within your ear. But I've asked you to be honest with me. I must in turn be just as honest with you. For as much as I wish to lie, I am forever shackled to the truth. From what I can deduct deep within, from everything you've shared with me, in return, I shall share this with you. This is what I see. You can be very skeptical at times. You're not easily fooled, and you're not easily manipulated. You're a lot smarter than people give you credit for, and a lot of this is due to situations from your past that you've managed to learn from, rather than choosing to be a victim and fall for the same tactics that others would fall for. You can truly be a guiding light to a lot of people. You can be an incredibly powerful figure in so many people's lives. You don't even realize just how magnificent your gift is, do you? Now the biggest problem lies within you. You don't have a bad heart. That's not necessarily the issue. The truth of the matter is, you don't always feel like everyone can be helped, even if you want to help. You need to be a bit more trusting, a bit more open-minded at times. You're afraid of being hurt, even though others don't realize that. You guard yourself and your emotions well at times, even if others don't even know just how much you've kept hidden away. You don't have to trust everyone. You don't even have to necessarily trust anyone. But it would be of a great benefit to yourself to give people a little bit more of a chance. You can really gain a lot from letting someone in. Overall, you're a kind-hearted, caring person inside. People don't see you the way you truly are, though. They don't understand how dark your mind can be at times, but you know. You've got a very high probability of helping a lot of people, provided you're willing to share yourself abilities freely. Open up a bit more. You're going to bless a lot of people by sharing yourself more. Secret word is gift. Remember this word. It will come in handy. Gift, huh? If you received an ending that you've already received before from previous experimentations, remember, we did not ask your secret words prior to taking this test. So that should be very telling. It means something very special. If your result was the same as something you got previously, we'd like you to add the phrase twin words to your next secret word in the comments. If you received an entirely new outcome, then that means you've got multiple layers of things things to work on in your journey, or you may just have an extra layer of depth to your personality. But only you will know the answer to that. You've answered hundreds of questions, you've found deeper meanings, you've been enlightened, and you've helped others find enlightenment. Many people have wondered just what the test series is truly about. But it's simple. The answers are always so much more simple than we believe them to be. The test is about you. The reflection in your darkened screen, the one who seeks the answers, the person who seeks answers. More than being about the answers, the test is more about the questions. It's about making you think. It's about encouraging you to open up and admit that you're human. Just as human as everyone else. The test is about unity. The test is about comparison. The test is about bringing people together and showing the world that we're not so different after all. Look at all of the secret words that have been left in the comments. Look at all the thousands of people who are just like you. We all feel so lonely sometimes. We all feel flawed. We all feel pain. That's because every single one of us is human. The world judges one another based on so many variables, and they're the most hypocritical set of variables imaginable. We judge each other, and we judge ourselves by our peers who do the same exact shit that they judge us for in the end. And that we judge them for, too. You feel flawed because you are flawed. Feel afraid because you have the right to be. You feel overwhelmed because the world is overwhelming. Depression is overwhelming. Anxiety is overwhelming. Our problems are overwhelming. Suicide is an epidemic. We are losing loved ones before their time. And any one of us can fall in the hardest times in our lives at any given moment. We can lose everything we know and love instantly and unexpectedly. But one thing that we are not is alone. You are never alone. We are all flawed because we are all human. We are all scared because we are all. We all fight these battles every single day because we are all human. But you never have to feel alone in your fight. Look at all the secret words been gathered that match yours. Look at all of the words that don't match yours. Perhaps those people are going through struggles that you have yet to experience or know nothing about. And perhaps some others know none of yours. But don't judge those who are struggling. Help them just as you'd wish to be helped in your time of need. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Reach out to those who are. Everyone is suffering. Some of us just suffer quieter than others. We're all in this together. The test series has helped bring so many people together and makes so many people feel less alone. We've read your comments, and others are free to do so as well. We've read about how these games have helped you. We've read about how much positivity they've spread. We've read about how many people say their lives are forever changed. And I'll tell you one more thing. Even if one life was saved in the process of this social experiment, then it was worth conducting. And every single one of you that left a comment is a hero. By leaving comments, you helped spread the message out to others. You helped spread a positive light in a very dark time for so many people. And those people have you to thank for it. There are so many people in this world who do nothing for others, and they'll continue to do nothing for others. They won't lift a finger to help others around them because they don't understand. Someone is suffering just as much as they are. They're just too afraid to open up about it. But not us. All opened up quite a lot, haven't we? We were brave enough to answer these questions that so many people fear admitting to. We're brave enough to take a chance, leave a secret word as a symbol of our participation. And for that, Random Studios would like to thank you by not only placing your name in the credits at the very end of this game, so the world knows of your good deeds, spreading the word and participating, but we've also got another surprise for you. Everyone who has left a comment on our titles and continues to do so on our future titles will be put into the credits of our new massive project we've been working. But that's still not the good part. We'll also be going through and selecting names from those that leave comments on all of our titles, putting their names right into the actual game and storyline. Whether it be a special item, piece of the lore, character named after them, much more. You've contributed your time and energy and helped others in need. We want to make sure you're commemorated for your efforts. Get the admiration that you deserve. Now, as far as your secret words go, your secret words will play a pivotal role in our new project. You will plug your secret words into different parts of your journey when they are requested of you, and they will alter the game in a way uniquely set for your specific words. This is an RPG where every choice matters, where every decision you make changes something about your session. This is an RPG that focuses on every human emotion and the decisions we make, how those decisions make us feel. Keep an eye out in the future for our main project, Chasing Demons, where every NPC from all of our titles will be represented with a storyline that the world will get to see how they all tie in together. You helped shape it, you helped make it what it is, and we will be sure to continue to add more and more players into the lore gameplay as we read more and more of the comments left on our titles, all the way up until its official release. And again, to commemorate those who participated across all of our titles, we will be periodically selecting names from all. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us, and for everything you continue to do for the world. We greatly appreciate your feedback and support. We've read every single review and comment left for us. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for everything you do. Thank you for playing, and thank you for contributing your secret words to our projects. A word from the developers. If any of these games have saved one life, it was all worth it. all that means that you're a part of that. And that means that you're part of that. You're a part of saving someone's life. Most people will live their entire lives never having done something special like that. Even if you don't particularly find anything useful. Yourself from the test series, just by you spreading the word, you've helped others. Oh god, I'm not fast enough at reading this. Help! Plethora of positive and inspirational comments at the series. I truly need it. Some will go their entire lives living selfishly, never lifting a finger to help someone personally benefits themselves. You've met some people that in your lifetime, and that's okay. There's a place for all types of people in the world. People create balance. We do the selflessness, bad happiness and sadness. We need it all in order to appreciate what we've had. Left a comment, part of us, continue to be part of this. You spread this, you've helped someone. If you don't believe me, take a look for yourself and read some of the words that people left for the rest of the world to see. Look at the joy and positivity. Dark time, both difference and indifference. One thing we all have in common is that we're all human inside. It doesn't matter where you come from or how we grew up. How we all judge. We all feel. We're all the same thoughts, same feelings, same emotions. We all, in each and every day, living amongst us their own lives. Each person is. Even when they don't feel like it, they do. Trust me, you do. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for encouraging other people to be part of this. Thank you for spreading something so uniting in such a divisive world. Thank you for opening up your heart and your mind in order to create acceptance, not only for everyone else, but for yourself as well. Even in our differences, we aren't so different after all, and we're in this together. Let's make it a happy something for all. We would also like to give a very special shout out to Markiplier and his community for supporting us through our titles. It has really meant so much to us, longtime fans. The amount of joy you bring the rest of the world throughout your content and community support is second to none. Thank you for being you, and we really hope that you get to punch a nun at some point in the near future. We want to wish you the best in your future endeavors, and may your life be flooded with the happiness you deserve. I don't want to punch a nun. As a side note to everyone who has taken the time to be here, we have also developed a game titled The Testing Chamber, which can be considered connected to the Test Trilogy in a very special way. So feel free to check that out, as we think it's quite a unique experience. If you enjoy the Test Trilogy, what the Test Trilogy had to offer, then we truly believe that you'll love the playstyle of the Testing Chamber, as it takes everything that its predecessors offered and amplifies the experience to an unprecedented degree. We genuinely hope that you give the Testing Chamber a chance, as we've spent countless hours passionate development making it what it is, and we hope after playing it that it means as much to you as it does to us. In the meantime, we would like to recommend our title called The Advisor to you. We feel that it provides a great opportunity for player development interaction, allows players to cast their vote on where the story should head. It's a choice-mad style of game that's never been done before. It's fine, Moth. I'm about to end stream once they stop monologuing at me about their other games. As you, the player, are responsible for how the story is written in future episodes. Thank you for listening to us pour our hearts out about our passion projects. Put a lot of time and effort into what we build. We just want the same thing that everyone else wants in life. A chance. That being said, keep a hold of your secret words. You're gonna need them for when you're chasing demons. Okay. Well, back to lore, I guess. I will peel the truth from your flesh like petals from blackened rose. She loves me. Don't do this. She loves me not. She loves me not. She loves me. I beg of you. She loves me not. Yeah. She loves me. She loves me not. She will never love a monster like you. So, let her choice take its toll, and in her cell, may she rot. Just like to give a very special shout out to Markiplier. We've already seen this. And again, click on our other games. You will find a link to Markiplier's amazing project, Inspired of Markiplier. Please show him some love and support. April 4th, 2022. Credits. Ah! Feel free to check out our other titles. Art of the Dad Joke. Oh boy. Wait, Art of the Dad Joke? I have that game. I think. I really like these people's games, though. I might honestly end up looking at the testing chamber and chasing demons. I think I'm probably gonna do that because I've really enjoyed these games quite a bit. I'm sorry, I do not want to see the list. In space with Markiplier. That literally just opens a browser. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Well, well, well. Here we are again. I hope those of you who are still here enjoyed all of that. Let's get ourselves some music started and see if we can have ourselves a little chat. GIF.